Kia ora e te whānau ngā mihi nui kia koutou. Welcome to the end of week 4. It is Friday. It is a stunning day and we're getting our bulletin out a little bit earlier because of the shift from phase 2 to phase 3 of the Omicron response, and that's going to make things look a little bit different moving forward. So last week we sent out a big comms which explained how things are going to work at phase 2. But phase 3 is actually much simpler. So we want to be able to share that with you right now. So first up, we'll start with the frequently asked questions. These have basically been reduced down to 5 questions due to the simplicity of how phase 3 will play out. Who do we advise if our child tests positive for COVID-19? Please contact the principal at school on 232-6453 or email principal@tawa.school.nz as soon as possible. My child has tested positive for COVID-19. What does this mean? Your child and everyone else living in your house will need to self-isolate for 10 days. Testing will happen on day 3 and day 10 for all household contacts. If your child has been at school while infectious, we will anonymously notify a wider school community of a case to encourage whānau to watch for symptoms. My child is a close contact of someone living in our household. What does this mean? In phase 3, being a household contact means your child, along with all those living in your house, must isolate for 10 days. Testing will happen on day 3 and day 10. Your child can stop isolating and return to school after a negative day 10 test. My child is a close contact of a case not associated with our household. This may be in school or out of school. Can they still come to school? Your child can come to school. Anyone who is a close contact of a non-household member does not need to self-isolate. This will include positive cases in your child's class. We will notify you if this occurs so you can watch for symptoms. Self-isolate and get tested should symptoms develop. We acknowledge that this is a big shift in thinking about how we manage cases of COVID within our community and within our school. But basically, unless your household has someone who has COVID or your child has COVID, that is the only reason why they need to be away from school. Basically, we will continue to follow all of our health and safety hygiene regimes, ensuring that there's cleaning happening, sanitizing, mask wearing in our year 4 to 8 classes. We'll keep on doing all of that. But basically being at school is probably the best thing for your tamariki. It has been a really great 4 weeks of school, seeing our students really getting into their work, developing relationships. Let's keep that rolling. With this bulletin and the newsletter that goes with it, there will also be flowcharts which will provide guidance as to what you need to do should there be a case within your family as well. And we're grateful for the collaboration of a lot of schools and a lot of principals who are putting this information together. That has also been supplied by the Ministry of Health and the Ministry of Education. As you will probably know, one of our big learning journeys as a teaching staff is around the area of structured literacy, and basically this is a evidence-based approach to teaching children to read and to write, and what we want to do is provide some information around that. So with this bulletin, there'll be another newsletter attached. Lots of information coming your way that has got a frequently asked questions sheet which will explain what we're doing and why we are doing it. We also want to look for opportunities to connect with our wider community and actually inform you through Zoom sessions and little teaching things as well. So look out for that. Check on Seesaw. For some of your children, you'll be able to start to see the work that they are doing with regard to structured literacy as well. So keep an eye out for that. For our year 4 to 6 parents, there is camp coming up in week 10, and I sent out last week a Google form link to get your feedback around how you are feeling about camp, how your children might be feeling about camp, especially within this COVID environment. We can assure you that all of our health and safety plans are in place with this, but we still want to hear what you think and how you are feeling to make a decision as to whether camp happens or not. It will be a factor that we consider. So please fill that out if you haven't done so already. We'll start making decisions next week and we'll get back to you as soon as we can on what is going to happen. Well, that's it for this week. Hope you enjoy the weekend. It looks like the weather's going to be good, and we'll catch up with you on Monday, ready for week 5. Yikes, week 5 is coming up. Hey, have a good one. Ka kite anō.